It seems like if you have an iOS or Android device, there are always countless of new games to play. And the last couple of weeks, you have been trying to focus at least, on two superhero games. One with Spider-Man and one focused on Batman.
Yeah, that's true. Basically, I've been playing Spider-Man on both my Samsung Galaxy Note and the iPad and iPhone. And well, it's a sandbox game and it's based on the movie. So basically, you've got all the whole plot of the movie here. Unlike the console versions, which is basically a sort of a sequel to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a sandbox game, and it's quite amazing what they're able to pack into such a small device.
Yeah, because there are a lot of really good Spider-Man games to like draw upon.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to an open world.
But, yeah, you simply don't have the processing power yet to do a decent sandbox game, especially not with someone web slinging across the city. I mean, it quite often slows down, especially on iPad actually. The Galaxy Note and basically the Android version seems to be the better one. Yep. Less pop-up and a bit sharper graphics, basically. I would say it's a good game if you want a Spider-Man game and an open sandbox, but you shouldn't expect the Amazing Spider-Man. You should expect the decent Spider-Man or something like that.
There's a storm coming.
But I know that Spider-Man isn't the only superhero game you've been playing on your Android device.
Yes, that's true.
You've also been taking care of the Batman.
Yes, as you can see here, Batman based on Dark Knight Rises, the movie. Ooh. And actually, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it follows the plot completely.
Okay.
But Gameloft has been quite nice, and they have decided to throw in an extra mode. This is a sandbox game, just like Spider-Man, but it looks much better.
Okay.
Everything is more stable, and they have really tried to match Arkham City. You can tell that.
That's like an insane idea in itself.
Yes, it is, and they don't really, reach the goal, but they're close enough on a mobile device where the game costs like a tenth.
Yeah.
You can choose two modes. You can choose the story mode. That's quite long. I think I spent about 9 or 10 hours on it. So it's pretty good. But you can also choose to play in a complete sandbox mode, where you just collect items and beat up bad guys and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can buy the game and play that part without getting anything spoiled.
That's a good idea.
Yes, it is. I would say the combat isn't as exciting as I was hoping for, and it's got some control issues, especially on larger tablets, simply because you can't choose where to place the buttons. But other than that, I would say it's a really competent Batman game, and on a handheld, it's amazing stuff.
Speaking of the bats, I've also been playing Lego Batman, which is just amazing. It's I think it's by far the best Lego game, all in all. So far, the puzzles are much better suited for the sort of game that they have put together, and everything just flows. And of course, it's chock full of content like all the other Lego games.
Yeah.
And you've been playing the PS Vita version, right?
Yes. And well, I can only echo your sentiment. I mean, it's a really fun game, and it is one of the best Lego games. It looks amazing on the PS Vita again, but it has all the same problems that I don't know why Warner always compresses the movies so much. I mean, on the PS Vita, you don't want something looking like a YouTube video from the 80s.
Especially with that screen.
Yes. I mean, it's only cutscenes and it's not that important. So I mean, if you can live with that, I would definitely grab the game for the PS Vita. It looks amazing when you're playing the game, and it's great fun. And of course, it's on a big screen for handheld, and I really like that.
And speaking of big screens, the new XL, 3DS XL, of course, from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, we got it. You stole it right away. You
Yes,
ran with it. And
Yes.
what's your impressions of it?
I'm never returning it, and you gotta live with that. I think, well, it's quite clear that there's one thing I would have loved Nintendo to include on this one, and that's the extra analog stick. I mean, why?
Yeah, and also it raises the question that if they are gonna do another analog stick expansion, how big is the console gonna get?
It's gonna get huge.
Yeah.
But the screen is amazing, and it's so nice to finally play the DS games on something that resembles a decent screen. I mean, it's almost the size of a PS Vita screen, and I think that's really great. I know a lot of people have asked the question if it's going to look pixelated and really horrible because it's the same amount of pixels. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it looks awful. But surely you can see it on some games. You can kind of see that, okay, they are not using anti-aliasing or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would say it's a solid piece of hardware. I like the form factor. I like the look.
Which was actually some of the points that the old 3DS got really, put out for. A lot of people really don't like the form factor of it.
Yeah.
And the new one seems to have much more curves and
It has, and it's got some other features, like you can put it on the table if you want to watch a movie or something like that, because you can simply click the screen in place. If you haven't got a 3DS, I would probably go out and buy the XL. If you do have a 3DS, well,
it really depends on how much you're using
yes,
it, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, yes.
Yeah.
But you've been playing something on
On the XL, actually. Yeah. The new Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. The titles are also always so incredibly strange. But it is, a Kingdom Hearts game as we know them. It's got all the Disney characters that you would love from a game like this, combined with role-playing elements, and of course a huge back catalog of Square Enix games. I, for instance, geeked out at the fact that the first world you get into is from The World Ends With You. This obscure, like graffiti-plagued role-playing game that most seem to have forgotten, and suddenly it's there in glorious 3D. There's lots and lots of systems to the game. As always, it's deeply complex, even though it's a Disney-branded game, and that's actually also what kind of sinks it in the end, because the complexity just kills off what should have been a really great, straightforward role-playing game. And as always, it has deep problems with the camera. The camera in the Kingdom Hearts series is just the most grotesque thing in gaming history, and it continues in this new episode, sadly. But, I mean, besides that, if you can live with that, it's a really great role-playing game.
I think that concludes Handheld Heaven for this time.
Sure.
Apart from Mutant Mods, if you haven't visited the eShop, Nintendo's eShop, you should go there. You should buy this platformer. It's an amazing game. Go!